Healing can be so painful and ugly and uncomfortable at first. And I feel like that even though that I've been healing for so long, it always happens in layers. And things just come up still. While I'm filming this right now, it's in September 2025, and there is eclipse going on. We had a lunar and we have partial solar one coming up, and it's been really illuminating on things that I really need to look at honestly with myself. They're just having so many things coming up. But what's been really coming up for me last few days is that I I've really disconnected myself from a lot of people in last 3 years, because when you start to heal and become honest with yourself, you realize how not aligned you are sometimes with certain people, and you tend to fade away. I don't know if you can resonate, but that's what's been happening. And I don't have a lot of friends or people around me, but recently there's just one person that has been continuously coming up in my mind. And no matter how much I've been trying to shake the feeling, negative feeling towards this person, and sometimes like it's really hard. I would sit there and I would just brew on all these things that this person did to me, or just certain traits and things that this person hold. And then I would be in the cycle of like being upset with myself that I can't let this go, and the fact that I'm keep thinking about it, because you know, who wants to sit there in such a negative thought? And it happened quite often throughout the days. And for the last few days, like this person's been just coming up on my mind almost every single day. And sometimes I run into her because she is right now living right across. So this morning, when I sat with myself to journal, I start to look why that is. I decided to finally be honest with myself and sit there and start writing. Then what came up for me was about the fact that so many of these qualities, or like traits, I guess more like, of this person that I was disliking or judging, or just, I don't know, thinking about and I can't stand. And I realized that she really reflected a lot of traits that I used to hold when I was in kind of survival mode. And behind those behaviors or traits, what I see is kind of fear of rejection, or trying to fit in, or try to prove your point or worth, and always seeking for validations, and, just being so fake. But when you're able to see that so clearly through it, it's like, it's just so difficult to be around that. And I think that's why I've been very triggered. But when I sat there with honest reflection, I realized that was a lot of the things and the traits that I used to hold. And that doesn't mean that's who I am now, because I've really been shedding and shifting and evolving a lot over the years. And I think it's finally kind of showing me and having me get ready to really release and let go and just like really last a little bit of the things that I'm holding on to, I guess, before finally like letting go and freeing myself. So, yeah, when I realized that and I kind of accepted that of myself, I felt so much better. Like I felt so freeing, and all of a sudden just like that, like she just didn't bother me anymore. So then what I realized is that it really hasn't been about her. It's been about me and the fact, the parts of me that I was still not able to fully accept and forgive and let it go, because we can only let it go when we fully accept it and forgive ourselves for it. So that's what I've been kind of doing this morning, and I thought I would just share because I really deeply realized that how like all these people around us are just truly like a mirror to us. They really reflect, if we really be honest with ourselves and pay attention to their behaviors and the things that triggers us or the things that we, think really good of. Like it's literally the reflection of ourselves. Some will reflect something beautiful and amazing, and some will reflect you the things that you really have a hard time looking at, because sometimes it's ugly. So I guess healing can feel uncomfortable and painful and uncomfortable at times, but it's worth it because you get to finally free yourself from it. So, yeah, it feels amazing to show up for day 4. I think that this is probably the longest I've gone without deleting, and I just don't even check anymore. I don't think anybody's watching it, so it's more about me and me just showing up and kind of building that muscle to become more comfortable to just speak and not care so much of how what I say might land on somebody, or what they might think or judge. Because really, we live in this illusion, and the fears, it's just, I don't know, when we really put everything down, really nothing really matters that much. The things only matter as much we give meaning to it. So anyways, it's nice to show up for 4th day, and if you happen to see this one day, I hope you are able to heal and let go and really free yourself from whatever that is deep inside of you, holding you back from truly just being who you are and being free and, loving yourself and accepting yourself for who you are. So I hope you have a blessed day, and bye.